Hello and welcome. It's Douglas and I'm just here at the art market today. I'm going to switch around. Oh, here you can see me. There we are. Right, so it is backwards writing time. Backwards writing time. Get it all set up. Yeah, here we go. It's the art market at Henshaw's, which is on today. We've got some beautiful work here. And this is right in the middle of Knaresborough, at the top of the road that leads up from the bridge and the river. And you can see we've got a lovely car park here. So, Henshaw's Arts and Crafts Centre, which is this wonderful large building that I'm walking up to right now. This has the Northartcraft art market today. And what we've got is at least 30 exhibiting artists who are sharing their craft work and their wonderful artistic talents with us. I think if I go over to this poster here, it will show you a little bit more about it. I'm going to focus on the poster right here. There we are. Northartcraft Art Market, 11th to 12th September. The 11th is today. Tickets are £3 on the door, and we got some lovely artwork. So let's go and explore the centre and see what we can find. So just coming into the centre itself sells lots of wonderful items, including plants and flowers. We've got a gate here with our person looking after the gate. We also have our gift shop. So if we work through here, this is our gift shop, which is always here, where we sell some beautiful artwork made by our makers. This is Lizzie here.
Hello.
Hello, can you tell us a little bit about this beautiful and amazing shop?
Of course, so everything in this shop is made by some of our art makers. So we have...
Hi Jane, by the way, good to see you.
Woodwork, mosaics, paintings, prints, anything that you could wish for, lots of different gifts for people.
I love the mosaics, they're fantastic. It's like a dolphin mosaic here and what's a mirror rainbow, fantastic.
And there's a beautiful dog just on the cabinet over there.
Where's the dog on the cabinet? Let's have a look. What have we got?
Yeah, just here, with a little heart beneath it.
Oh, I like the unicorn. I'm drawing.
Made by Jenna.
So just anyone who's sort of just arriving right now, this is the gift shop to Henshaw's. We're open today. Oh, there's the dog, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is artwork made by our artists at the centre. That's beautiful, that one.
That one's done by Holly.
She's a very good artist, isn't she?
Very talented.
And so this shop, when is this shop normally open?
So it was open 12 till 4, but now it's open 9 till 4. So
Ooh, very good.
Monday to Friday, 9 till 4, and then hopefully we can get open on a weekend as well.
And we sell art supplies in here. But that's kind of our introduction to the gift shop. And what I'm going to do now is take you into the Northartcraft Art Market for you to have a look at what we're doing inside. But thank you so much.
No problem.
Really appreciate that. So if we go across the green here, we can see that we've got the first of our stalls out here. Let's bring this up to Catherine Boyne Whiteleg. Is that right? Catherine, hello Catherine. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Hey, look, I make clay animals and birds.
Yes.
So I've got a variety of things here, and they're hopefully made to make you smile.
They do. Oh, I love your birds here. They're fantastic.
Thank you.
What a character there. Beautiful. And you make all of these by hand yourself?
I do, yeah. And for instance, the polar bear.
Yes.
Is a raccoon fire, so that's an outdoor firing.
Oh, this is a raccoon firing. Yes, I've seen people do this. It looks quite exciting when they've got their pots outside with the burner going and everything.
Try to suppress the flames. And then the unicorns flown in, especially. And I've got a dear husband who's made the silver horn for the unicorn.
That's beautiful. And one of our helpers, this is behind us. Ollie, you're on. This is a live feed. Do you want to go live on Facebook? Ollie is helping out in the cafe today.
Yep.
And how are you helping out in the cafe today, Ollie?
Like cooking restaurants.
Yeah.
Toast. Making people orders lunch or like that.
Thank you very much, Ollie. Thank you. And over here we've got some beautiful jewellery. So, sir, what's your name? Is it Richard?
It is
Richard.
Richard Whiteleg.
Richard Whiteleg. So can you tell us a little bit about what you do, sir?
Well, everything here is made by myself. All the bangles and the rings, everything can be sized. So it doesn't matter if you've got little fingers, big hands, big wrists.
Oh, yes. So the rings here that you'll size them depending on,
Depending on the customer specification.
Wonderful. And is it all silver?
Everything here is silver.
Beautiful.
Silver.
There's some really nice pieces here. Very, very, very interesting. And quite nice necklaces as well over there at the back.
Yep, we've got freshwater pearls here.
Ooh, lovely. Some freshwater pearl necklaces there. That's awesome. So what's the difference between a freshwater pearl and is that turquoise?
It is, yep.
What's the difference between freshwater and sort of ocean pearls? Well, I suppose one lives in the river and one lives in the sea, I guess.
Yep, you've got it.
Yeah.
These are actually farmed.
Yes.
So
Yes.
they are sustainable.
Oh, good. Yeah, because you wouldn't want to be like just taking them willy-nilly from the ocean.
That's it.
Yes. Yes. And I think that's really important, is sustainability. So let me just get your details there. If people are interested, we are at Henshaw's Arts and Crafts Centre in Knaresborough today, but you might want to have a look at Richard's website. And I'll go over to Catherine's website as well and check out the work here. Because if you're interested in to Catherine's, we also have websites and addresses. So it might be you want to find out more, even if you're not sort of in Knaresborough, about the artwork that's on display. There we go. Well, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
I'm going to go and say hello to Sarah now. So Sarah, we're going to have some live music here later in the day. So over here with Sarah, we have got some textiles. But these are not... Oh, and some spinning going on as well. This is fantastic. Sarah, could you tell me a little bit about what you do?
I am a spinner of alpaca, and it is very, very lovely piece to work with. It doesn't have lanolin in, so it's not like sheep. As you can see, I have not got my shoes on. I prefer spinning barefoot.
It's all right if I just... Yep.
That's my foot.
There's your foot spinning away on the wheel.
I think most people tend to spin without shoes on.
Yeah.
But for the courtesy of other people, I kept a sock on.
It strikes me, and this might just me being a bit... I drum a bit, and it looks a bit like a slow motion drum pedal. Sometimes we have like we wear plimsolls rather, like flat plimsolls and stuff like that to get a better feel. But sometimes you do it barefoot because it's quite fun.
It's nice to feel ground.
Nice to feel the ground.
So I'm a spinner and I'm a knitter. I spend all my time knitting.
Yes.
I spin the yarn and then I make my own patterns and I create lots of hand knits.
So all of this has been spun by you,
Apart from the purple.
apart from the purple, which is beautiful
It's
actually.
beautiful. It's a sock yarn. It's a little kit that I did, which is a stocking filler, and it's a £5 stocking filler.
£5 stocking filler there. Now, if people wanted to order from you online, how would they go on about doing that?
Well, they would go to www.Northartcraft and send me a message.
So message you through www.northartcraft.com.
Yes, please.
Send you a message. And what's the wool made from? We'll focus on this little image here.
Well, we've got the image here of I get the fleece.
Yep.
I wash it by hand in a large tub.
Yep.
Dry it on the washing line. Then I use a drum carder,
Yep.
which makes this effect.
Okay, yeah.
So, like that.
So this is your carded wool.
Yeah, straightens out the fibres,
Yeah.
so it's easier to spin with, and
Yeah.
also takes some of the dirt out.
Yeah.
I then spin it,
Yeah.
put it onto a hank winder,
Yeah.
then wash it, dry it, because the drying sets the twist in,
Yeah.
and then I knit with it.
And It's alpaca wool, yes?
It is alpaca.
Alpaca.
It is alpaca.
And what's the difference between, for a sort of newbie like me, what's the difference between alpaca and, say, sheep's wool?
Sheep's wool has lanolin in.
Yeah.
A lot of people are allergic.
Oh, so you don't have to take any lanolin out of this? And,
No, there's
yeah.
no lanolin
No
in it naturally.
Yeah.
It is also very warm fibre because it's a hollow fibre. Whereas sheep's wool is not.
Okay, so this tape keeps it's like got insulation,
Yes.
like little tiny sort of
Keeps warm.
tubes.
Yes.
I never knew that. So it's warm by its nature.
Yes.
Fantastic. I love these hats. They're really nice,
They're all
actually.
different sizes.
Yeah. Oh, like that's a nice one there. Look at that, and they feel really soft as well. And may I? This sounds strange. May I smell one?
You can smell them. They don't smell of alpacas.
No, they don't. They smell. It's very.
They smell very beautiful
Yeah.
because I get a lovely mix of essential oils made. It's
Ah.
a combination of cedar wood, patchouli oil, and lavender.
Oh, and you work those in?
And when I wash them,
Yeah.
I wash them in because when I wash the fleece and when I wash the actual yarn that I've spun, they spend a long time in the water. So I put a couple of drops of my special oil in, and it remains there.
So what's your favourite? Oh, no, in fact, we haven't had a look at your actual yarn.
Oh, those are the balls. Those are all lovely balls of wool.
Look at that. That's proper.
Something like that would be a blend of 2 or 3,
Yeah.
and that's a blend as well.
And if I wanted to buy these, how much would they?
They
There's
are
a price.
£10 a ball.
£10 a ball.
Yep.
That's but all hand spun
All hands.
and
spun.
all lanolin free. So you know what you're getting. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So if we want to get something, we can go to Northartcraft and maybe send you a message.
Yep.
And you've got a few pieces to sell on there. And did you make these as well?
I did.
These are very nice.
These are based on the Japanese style
Yeah.
because they go around your back.
Are you
So-
wearing one?
Wearing one. They split
Yes.
down the back. And
Yeah.
It means that when you sit down, they're very comfortable, but they do cover you up.
Yeah. And this is
This is hand washed. It's pre-washed denim.
yeah.
2 different sizes. There's a long one and a short one. The
Yeah.
rest of it's the same size, and they are £35.
They're very nice. So if you're doing crafting, I imagine these are very handy for ceramicists as
A lot
well.
of potters use them.
Yeah. Very nice. Thank you so much, Sarah. That's Sarah. And what's it? Have you got a name for your for your business? It's Rufus here on a live broadcast. That's Rufus, Senior Workshop Manager.
I trade Sarah Spinner.
Sarah Spinner.
If you look for me on Instagram, it's Sarah Spinner.
Sarah Spinner on Instagram.
Yeah, no H, it's Sarah. Sarah Spinner 2020.
So SARA Spinner 2020 on Instagram.
20. It's probably just 2020.
So I'm coming in. I'm doing my videoing. We're coming into the Northartcraft craft fair. Bang! Here we are. So we've got some amazing stuff. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to kind of shoot around the space, and then I'm going to come back and talk to people individually. So here we've got Barbara Taylor Gall, and she does these fantastic, amazing bell jar artwork, paper cut, diorama. Wow, just amazing and beautiful work. All sorts of lovely stuff here. That is in fact 3D. And then we've got a stall I need to stay away from, but I will be visiting later in the day, which are handmade cupcakes and all sorts of loveliness. We'll be back at this stall later to check it out. It's Cooper's Cakes and Bakes. There's a card there. We'll have a look at that one. Then we've got, I think, Sue Lancaster here with some amazing handmade bags and some textile artwork. And some beautiful little pictures. They're very Moorish. They're very nice. Just focus on that very quickly. As I say, I will be coming back here to have a bit of a further chat. Look at this. That's fantastic. Very nice. I like those patterns as well. Right in the corner, an artist who isn't with us today, Declan Hyde. So some fantastic illustration back here in the corner. Some Yorkshire roses, very nicely done. And I think Declan Hyde also work in leather. So you can find them on the internet and on Instagram. And then we've got some beautiful print work and some beautifully grown succulents here, all by hand, all by individual people. And we're going to come round and just sort of check out some of the ceramics. This is Helen Hopper, a wonderful ceramicist who does a mixture of pots and dishes and also 3D designs and sculptures. And then over here we have this wonderful Geelong ceramics here, and we've got vases here, wood ash glazes, absolutely fantastic work all the way along here. So these two are currently studying for a Masters in Creative Practice, and it's absolutely gorgeous work that they're both producing. Different styles and different. Each one of our makers has got their own particular style, but some beautiful pieces here with the glazes just there. Fantastic work. I'm going to swing round now. We've got Shirley Hudson and painting here, and some really good work from Shirley here. Oh, look at that sky. That is a wonderfully painted sky. I think some of Shirley's work is up on the wall over there. We've got Nid's Gorge over there with the viaduct. There's the man of the moment, Rufus, there. And we've got some more paintings here. We're going to come around, have a look at the cyanotypes from Tanectum, and again we'll come back and chat a bit more about this work with some of the makers as the live broadcast goes on. So, printmaking from Sharon. This is Sharon Caton Rose's work. Here we go. Michael's just joined us, just in time. Don't know who this chap is, might be me, with paper cut artwork, and all these are original paper cuts. I'll just swing by these quickly as well. Here's my participatory jigsaw, which if you come down, you can take part in and add a piece to the giant jigsaw, which will be a piece of artwork. Up here, at the back, there's pieces being designed for the local theatre, comedy and tragedy. And these are kind of giant plastic laser cut artworks from acrylic, which were originally paper cuts. Hi Michael, hi Jane, good to see you here. Yeah, it's looking fantastic. Let's take a wider sweep of what we've got here. We've got people doing workshops. We've got Poppy over here with some beautiful print works. We'll come and concentrate on her in a little bit. Claire's amazing work here. Some beautiful glazes here. Look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. And then behind, the wonderful Angela Hall, who's not eating a sandwich at the moment. Oh no. And she's going to be doing some print work later. We've got some greenwood here, greenwood Cumbrian stools, and some just gorgeous woods and wonderful. These limpet lights are fantastic. So these are made by hand-picking limpet shells, and I think Phil's quite specific about the coast that he goes from, and you can get these again from Northartcraft actually. They're great for Christmas, and they're limpet shells with little tiny lights on the inside, and then a copper wire bringing them all together. Some beautiful work here, absolutely beautiful. But like one of the most important things is the fact that this is Henshaw's Arts and Crafts Centre, and we've also got some of the artwork up on the walls from our makers. And we actually have on my left-hand side an artist who works with, as I do myself, the makers at Henshaw's. I'm going to sort of challenge you very briefly, Sharon, because you've been working incredibly hard last night, and in fact all year, on making sure that the artwork for Henshaw's Arts and Crafts makers is seen. Could you point out two pieces for us in this space that are made by our artists, our differently able artists?
Yeah, it's a fantastic one over there by Graham.
He's absolutely fascinated with Doctor Who, so and also James Bond movies. So we've actually got the character Jaws over there.
Is that? Oh yeah, I can see his teeth.
Jaws, and he does the most amazing work with Shirley, one of our workshop leaders.
Oh yeah, and that's Shirley's work over here at the back as well. Yeah, so Shirley's one of Graham's tutors. Yeah, wonderful. And well, point one more piece out to me, because it's really nice for people to see the fact that we've got our art market on at the moment, but Henshaw's we specialise in working with people with a variety of abilities and disabilities.
We've got a lovely one over there.
Yeah.
And that's by a lovely art maker called Andrew. Again, working with Shirley, she's very productive. And he just loves drawing nature, animals in nature. You can see the eagle flying there. We've got somebody climbing up the
It's like a
mountain
Mr.
there,
Ben
actually.
character, isn't it?
Those look like they might be reindeer, actually. I think we've got a bit of a Christmas theme going on there. But yeah, he just loves nature, hugely inspires his work, and he does the most amazing drawing on canvases.
So, and what have you bought today? Can I inquire? Oh, lovely. So this is a bit of Angela Hall's work, is it? Very recognisable. Yeah? Beautiful. You can taste the oranges right now, can't you? Oh. Excellent. Really good. Okay, so I'm going to swing round, take a bit more of the main site in, and here we've got Northern Line Arts. I'm just going to focus in on the logo for a few seconds. Where are we? Northern Line Arts, www.northernlinearts.co.uk, who are in the Knaresborough area, who've got workshops going on in glass fusion, paper cutting, bookbinding, and Christmas clay workshops. Do you want? Oh, and on the back we've got the timetable as well. Look at that! Starting in October, November, and through to December, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. So, Maria, could I put you on camera a little bit? Could you explain what we are doing in this wonderful place?
So today I'm here to do some foam clay workshops.
Foam. Oh, let's have a look at.
With the lovely Christine over here.
Christine, do you mind going on camera for a few seconds? Okay, so hello, Christine. How are you doing? That's Christine. You making some clay work there? That's wonderful.
So Christine also comes to Northern Line Arts workshops as well during the week. So she now comes about 3 afternoons a week, don't you, Christine, to make all sorts of different clay creations.
So what is Northern Lions art workshop? Where is it? What is it?
So it's on the station in Knaresborough, platform 2.
So you just get off the station, off onto the platform from the train.
Literally there.
That's what it's called, Northern Line. Okay, yeah.
Northern Line.
Yeah.
And I do daytime workshops, so morning and afternoon sessions. But then I also do adult night class sessions and weekends workshops for children as well. So all sorts of stuff going on, and just sort of pop down to the station, grab a leaflet, and contact me really. Okay, well,
Knaresborough is such a vibrant place for the arts. If anyone's feeling like a day out, before you go to York, stop off in Knaresborough and go to Northern Line, because it's the postcard. Your postcards outside are absolutely amazing as well.
Yeah, and we sell a lot of local artist work. So, and I try to sell as many kind of Knaresborough-based artists' work as possible.
So you can see a few of the artists that are in here today, and probably a few more in the future will be exhibiting in your place. So we're going to go and say hi to Poppy now. Poppy, is it all right to say hi to you on camera? So this is just fantastic. I am not free while any woman is unfree, even when shackles are very different, her shackles are very different from my own. That is a beautiful statement. And then here's the range of your artwork, I think. And I love the geometric designs here.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. And then we've got some almost Art Deco style print work here. Share the knowledge, multiply the power. I am No bird and no net ensnares me. Jane Eyre, absolutely. And if people wanted to look at your work, they might want to look at Poppy O'Rourke, illustration and design, Instagram at Poppy O'Arts, Etsy at Poppy O'Arts. I might put one of these in my top pocket. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do? Because it's wonderful what you're doing here.
Yeah, so a lot of I call these my wonky women.
Yes.
So these are start from drawings, then become digital illustrations.
Yes.
And then these books here began as paintings.
Yeah.
And then again, I've edited them digitally, and then these are prints that I've had made.
Oh, I love that transference from handwork into digital and then back into hand. That I think there's a good future there in not just digital and not just hand done, but a combination. So my Icarus up there, parts of it were originally freehand hand cut and parts of it are digital manipulations, and then it's just sort of laser cut. So yeah, I'm very interested in that sort of stuff.
I think it can work really well together.
So tell us a bit more about your Planet Earth. With is that your own manifesto there?
So this is Audre Lorde. She's an
Audre
American
Lorde,
feminist poet and writer. So these were two prints that I did for International Women's Day.
Yeah.
So this one as well, which is all little women standing around the world.
Yes.
But it's part of a bigger series, My Wonky Women, which are all sort of these style of illustrations.
And here we are, passion and compassion. Really good. Oh yes, yeah. Oh, so you got prints as well. So hold the power. Beautiful. So if do you do commissions? Yeah. So if people wanted you to do commissions, do you do workshops?
I haven't done a workshop yet, but I've just been talking to Claire about possibly doing a workshop.
So watch this space, because I think it would be good. I think you've got some really valuable sort of energy here that would be lovely to see, especially with the digital and the hand going into each other. So Poppy O'Rourke, yes. I'm going to go nip over here and see these beautiful designs. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm jumping in here. I'm taking. Look at this. Yeah. Wow, I'm making the big fool of me. This is lovely stuff. What's your does the character have a name?
Yes.
What's your character's
the
name?
little bunny one is Ghost Bunny.
Ghost Bunny.
Yeah, and the other one with the leafy antlers is Wilbur.
Oh, Wilbur. Okay, leafy ant. This is Wilbur.
Yes, this one's Wilbur.
Yeah.
And this one's Ghost Bunny.
And that one there is Ghost Bunny.
Yeah, it started off as just Ghost Bunny, and then Wilbur evolved. So Wilbur's the bigger character now, size-wise, and Ghost Bunny, he sort of leads Ghost Bunny astray in a very nice way, because they're very kind and caring creatures.
Sort of kind, caring tricksters.
Yes.
But more on the kind and the caring.
Yeah, and they're very much a part of nature and stuff. So they're, I'm hoping that when I finally get round to writing about them, that they're
I was just going to say
eco-warrior in a way, but without much of the warrior bit, just by example.
Because I would love to see a story.
I'm working on it.
We won't give away your secrets yet.
Slowly but surely, it's all so pretty at the moment. I need to pull it all together. So.
And you've got beautiful colour work here as well. Oh, I love that green one.
It's sad, that green.
Yeah.
And then there's the cheeky one. We always have to. I've got a couple of followers who always want bums. And if I don't put a bum in the picture, they can get back to me and say,
Where is it? That's one of bums are one of the signature marks of Paper Cut Girl here. I put that card in there. That's amazing. I love these. I'm definitely going to leave with one of these this weekend.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, they like to spread their love. And they are well behaved when they go to new homes. They don't steal all the cake.
Oh, good, because I generally do, so otherwise there'd be none left. And we're going to zoom over this way, and we're going to look at this one. Do you want to tell us, Claire Hall Ceramics, as I drop your card on the floor, I'm going to pick another one up here. Claire Paul Ceramics, and it is Ah, ClairePaul19 at yahoo.com. And you on Instagram?
I am on Instagram.
What's your Instagram handle? Claire Paul Ceramics. Tell us, if you would, because even though I hang around ceramics departments, I know relatively little about glazes. This cracked glaze, how's that achieved?
That's the raku firing.
Is that the raku, yeah?
It is, yeah. So that's the crackles basically come from the smoke.
Yes.
After it's come out of the outdoor kiln.
So this is literally the smoke.
So that's a naked raku, that's called.
Naked raku. We've gone from bums on one store to naked raku on the other, which is let's keep the theme going. This is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. I love that piece. We have to be very careful because I'm making a video at the same time as handling delicate objects, and I'm not the world's most unclumsy person. Can I put you on the screen?
Yes, that's fine.
Here we go. And yeah, tell us about what you are doing at the moment in all of this.
Well, at the moment, I'm doing the masters. It's quite an eclectic mix of work, but the focus now is I'm looking for what sort of reduction ash glazes, the look of them, but I'm trying to make glazes that replicate that look, but in a lower fired electric kiln. So, for example, that's reduction fired to about 1280 degrees. But this one is a very similar, but one that I've managed to do in an electric kiln. Still to 1280. So my latest glazes then that are kind of in the process at the moment are firing to only to 1220 degrees.
Right, so there's a lot, because someone who doesn't know about this, they go, oh, you put it in an oven, and you take it out the end, but that's not how it works, is it?
Yeah, it's basically for practical reasons, so that when I set up my own studio, I don't need to fire all the time to 1280.
Yeah. And I love these. Man, the shape is gorgeous. So do you start on a wheel and then end up by
and then it's just the carving through the clay when it's sort of leather hard. Yeah.
That's very Moorish. And that's a nice price as well. Very reasonable. £20. That's very nice. Well, thank you very much, Claire.
Thank you.
I shall...
very enjoyable day.
Yes, and we're here tomorrow as well. And also, for those of you who are watching live now, it might be that you decide to have a look at the websites or the Instagrams, and that you might want to purchase some of the work online. Do get in touch with our artists, because they're all very keen to share their work, or at least I'm very keen for them to share their work as well. So this is Phil's amazing greenwood artwork. So this is Cumbrian stools, and he makes them with wet wood, which is what you call, I think, green wood. So you have to, they are literally green when he sort of fits them, but you have to allow for shrinkage, and it's all just beautifully handmade. We looked at the limpets earlier, didn't we? I think he's doing a demonstration somewhere outside. And again, I'm going to come back. Now, may I share an Instagram if people are interested in this work, this amazing work? Is it all right to focus on that and bring that into? Because the work here by our artists here has got some amazing natural glazes. So if you're interested in this work, you can look at Jill Owen Ceramics on Instagram. And the beautiful thing about this is there are within this, and I don't know enough about it to be telling you which one is which, but there are definitely willow ash glazes. There's definitely wild clay that's being used here in some of the work. And I think we'll focus over here. These are the wild clays. Yeah. You're more than welcome to describe them, or I can carry on with them. Yeah, okay. So over here here's a willow ash, isn't it? With a willow ash glaze reduction. So, and again, my understanding is that Jill has been working with wild clay, and she finds a particular area, takes that clay from the ground, with permission of course, and then creates these amazing pieces of work from that clay. Hand-thrown ceramics decorated with natural glazes made from wood ash. So we're going to go over here, over to our, again, amazing work of Helen Hopper. So Helen Hopper does some fantastic three-dimensional work. Here, she does character designs there as well, which are really lovely. And if you're interested in her work, that's you can check it out on northartcraft.com, and her Instagram is hops19_. There we are, and some beautiful dishes here. Some lovely glazes. I love the blue pieces. So this vase, I mean, quite frankly, I think it's underpriced. But this vase, which has got this lovely blue glaze on, is here today. And I'm just going to take in the whole table without taking in too many people, but we can see all the work there that's on display. And again, she's teaming up with Mary Succulents. And these here are hand-grown succulent plants, homegrown, which you can also buy here today. And she makes prints as well, which is really great. And in fact, these prints are fantastic. Gardening is resistance, resistance is fertile. Look at that, and it's fantastic and amazing work, which is available here at Northartcraft Art Market. And we're going to go around to see the wonderful Sue Lancaster here. Hi Sue, would you tell us a bit about your lovely and amazing work?
Well, basically my work is all machine embroidery, and the backgrounds are varied, but I draw with a sewing machine onto whatever the background is, whether it's a printed textile or a dyed textile. At the moment I'm using up my synthetic fabrics, and with the intention of not buying any more.
Yeah.
And I layer those onto either wool or hessian. Most of these are hessian. And when I melt the synthetic fabrics, the natural fabric underneath doesn't melt, and I can create an effect that way. Wow.
Yeah, this is very interesting over here.
And it's always a surprise.
Well, that's part of the alchemy of craft, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, this is really like wave leaves. It's fantastic. I love the colours as well.
And these ones that you were looking at before, this is the synthetic fabric.
Yeah.
And I stitch, and then I cut it out with a hot, actually it's a pyrography tool. That's
Yeah, but you allow it to kind of burn through. Yes.
A sort of soldering iron.
They're lovely book jackets. Absolutely lovely.
And they're all loose jackets.
Yeah.
So that you can take
You don't lose. Yeah.
But they'll hand wash.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
if you, obviously you've got oil paint on it.
Yeah.
But something that will wash off, you can literally, as long as the book isn't in it.
Which is great because it's not single use. I mean, so many of these things you'll buy off the shelf, when the book dies, it dies, or when it dies, the book dies.
Yeah, these are to protect your sketchbook.
Yeah.
And also, if you're in a class, you can see that which is your book. It's
Yeah.
different than everybody else's.
Oh, I like these sort of oak style leaves over here. They're very nice. And this work's gorgeous as well.
Yes, I do bigger work. I've not brought it here, obviously, because of the space.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, so if we wanted to see your larger work, where would we go?
I have a website.
Yes.
But if you Google Sue Lancaster, you should get me.
Sue Lancaster.
Or Stitched Up and Fleeced, which is the name of my studio in Sheffield.
Sue Lancaster Creative Arts, Stitched Up and Fleeced. What I'll do as well is today or tomorrow at some point we will list everyone's contact details who've turned up today and tomorrow, and list. So if you have a look at this video and you go, I like that, I wouldn't mind buying that as a Christmas present, you'll be able to refer to the list without necessarily having to listen to me hop on for half an hour on the live broadcast. Thank you very much, Sue.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cooper's Cakes and Bakes, can you tell me a little bit about these lovely cakes? I'm going to try the quality. You know, I always think that Millionaire Shortbread is like, you know when they say you get a chef to boil an egg? Yeah? If you get a brownie maker to make you some Millionaire Shortbread, you can really tell the quality of that whole, because it's such a simple thing, but it's so hard to get. For me, it's the ratios.
Have to be
On point.
literally.
Yeah. That's one of my buys today, I think.
Yeah. We sell twice as much caramel as we do of anything else. So yeah, we've got cupcakes.
Beautiful.
We do birthday cakes as well.
Oh, I'm just getting so hungry now. And so you do birthday cakes, you do commissions?
Yes. Yeah, doing wholesale.
Yeah, wholesale.
Supply to 5 cafes in the local area.
Excellent. And how far out do you deliver to?
So we try and cover Harrogate and Knaresborough for free, and then anything outside of there, obviously just a small delivery charge.
My word, so free delivery in Harrogate and Knaresborough. And then outside of that,
Just a small delivery.
so do you mail things?
No, unfortunately not, because it's just
Yes.
too risky to sell. I know some bakers do, but I wouldn't want to compromise on.
So this is maybe what's your kind of catchment area, just for people online?
We deliver out to Darley.
Oh, okay, absolutely, yeah.
Probably about 5 miles radius outside.
About 5 miles from this lovely spot in Harrogate in North Yorkshire.
People have come and collected if we've had people who leads come
I mean, if this, and this is just my own personal session, is right, I will probably be getting deliveries. Now I know they're free. Thank you so much. One more time, it is Cooper's Cakes and Bakes. Thank you, thank you. Now this is some beautifully original, decorative artwork. Which, from a distance, you go, oh, lovely! How beautifully quaint. It's bell jars and it's decoupage and it's dioramas, and then you look at the artwork inside and you see this fantasy science fiction creation, and this just brings it on to the next level in my opinion. What is this? It's like some kind of, Jane, if you're still here, I think you'll really appreciate this. It's like an H.G. Wells Lovecraft sort of bell jar of paper cut madness. It's absolutely amazing, and it's all hand painted as well. So we've got picture plants over here. I think this is one of my favourites. Very nice and simple. But again, this beauty, but also as well as the beauty, just this kind of underlying quirkiness to it. Absolutely gorgeous, really lovely work. And as well as these beautiful artworks, because these are artworks, the kraken coming out of the telephone, and then, you know, the giant snail here. These are beautiful. I've not seen things quite like this. So they're very original pieces, really lovely, well worth the price in my opinion. And over here, we've got some very accessible pieces. So these are hand-painted jewellery, brooches, badges, of the same sort of designs, which I think are really gorgeous. And then we've got some really nice pieces over here again. And such original artworks, really, really original artworks. So if you are interested in Barbara Taylor-Gell's work, which I am interested, it is barbara-taylor-gell.co.uk, and there's a variety of work. There's a lovely egg design here as well. If you're not into the wildness of some of the designs, there's actually just some nice pieces as well. So there we go, Barbara Taylor-Gell, wonderful, wonderful artist. And we are going to go around here now to Shirley. Hello, Shirley. One thing I noticed about Shirley's work is Shirley manages to bring colour into everything without the colour taking the work over, and I really love the colour energy you bring in. One of my favourite pieces that's up on the wall in the back there is of Nid Gorge. I'm just going to quickly go and sort of show you that. That's the viaduct over the Nid. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your work, Shirley?
This work in particular?
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Anyway, this work has been a body of work that
Yep.
I've produced during lockdown, really. And I've got quite a lot of it, more than what you see here. And I've had some exhibitions recently with it all in. So this is just a little snapshot. This one in particular is Henshaw's trees, and it was
Oh yeah.
when we were unsure whether we were going to be open last year, and we came in and had a steer out.
So this is a painting of, oh yeah.
And these trees are a favourite of ours.
They are the twin trees, aren't they?
I think I'm going to paint them again. It was just like, it was kind of quiet and desolate at that point, and it was quite sad.
So we didn't know if we were going to lose the art centre. And here, right in the corner, is the skip, where we were placing things and getting rid of them to make the place, I suppose, fit for purpose after COVID.
But it was quiet, and nature was still happening around us in our gardens, and gardeners were coming in and maintaining the garden. And I just loved it, and I always loved these trees, so I chose to paint them.
I mean, I must admit they are kind of like characters in the place, and you kind of track the year with them as well. You're always, your eyes are going back. Then in themselves, they're fairly simple trees, but their pairing and their position. I think they might be planes or sycamores of some description, but yeah, they're a fairly in themselves generic tree, but they are kind of a symbol, a little gateway, aren't they? In fact, you can see you've painted that sort of gateway through the two trees.
Got the building there
Yeah.
behind you, can't you?
Ah, yes.
That is
And that's the art
the end of
centre
the
about that.
building, and a bit of the roof there.
So that's the building over here that we're in right now. Yeah. And let's have a look at some of your. Let's have a look at this. I love the sky on this one. I mean, I love the boldness of the colours, and the sky here is just awesome.
That was in Leeds. I was walking around there,
Yeah.
doing my daily exercise. And
Yeah.
there's a low wall,
Yeah.
and you can see the beautiful skies across, and that was always changing. So I love that view. It's an estate. With an estate land there and the trees behind. So
Yes.
it looks like it could be trees. Sky anywhere, but it's actually at mid
That is
where I live.
beautiful. So you're a fantastic painter, wonderful artist. So you do commissions,
I do.
and you have a website.
Yes, and I'm also a portrait painter.
And you are a portrait painter because you did some fantastic lockdown portraits as well.
They're on my website. I did the portraits for NHS Heroes. I did 7 of them, which ended up being given to the people that I'd actually portrayed.
So if you were interested in portraits, check out the website. If you're interested in commissioning Shirley or getting in touch and chatting more about her work or the possibility of classes,
I'm building up a list of people that want a specific kind of class with me, and that is painting based on my paintings and colour.
so if you'd I think I might be signing up to your class. If you would like to start bringing some gorgeous colour and a quite original approach to colour, I think, then Shirley is building up a list, which I think will be a small and perfectly formed list of people who will be taking from the inspiration of your work. Say again? Yeah?
My paintings are a result of me being a sculptor,
So your paintings are a result of you being a sculptor.
where I like to use dramatic light and I like to portray them. I like to paint the form, and especially the way that the light bathes the landscape.
Yes. And I love that. I think that's maybe why I can connect with your work, because I think the paper cuttings are a form of sculpture as well. And that bold sculptural deciding where something is and where something is not. Like those clouds, it's like
I like drama. I like a real.
Yeah.
I like a real sense of light and dark and drama.
Some other work of yours that probably can be seen on your website, the sepulchral angels, and Shirley does gravestones, which are not done in the sort of traditional kind of Gothic style, but they're full of colour, but it doesn't work against the material. So thank you very much, Shirley. And I'm going to just look at Sherry's work here, because Sherry is currently specialising in some gorgeous cyanotypes. So these, very reasonably priced at £25, are available, along with all sorts of different beautiful one-off cyanotypes. And I think the thing about an art market like this is, I'm very tempted by one of those cushions as well, is you can come along and manage to grab something that you will not find anywhere else that's completely unrepeatable. And I love Sherry's work. She's got some amazing and quite, not all of them, some of the quirkier stuff, she hasn't brought some of the quirk, but this one here, this X-ray here, I think sort of shows you there's kind of another sort of edge of Shirley's work. And there's an NHS sign on here as well. Was this to do with 2020 Caught Breath? So this is actually a piece of artwork that's in relation to COVID, I guess, in a way. And we'll talk to Sherry later about that at some point. Yeah, and there's a personal connection there as well. So as well as, and I think this is the really nice thing, as well as there being decorative arts here, I think Barbara's, if you've seen Barbara's over here, what I'm really liking about some of this stuff is, at first sight, it seems decorative, but then you look again and you go, oh, there's something going on here. And I think that's true of quite a few of the artists around here today, is they have, like your painting about the two trees, is that there is a reason for the artwork beyond just pure decoration. But that's my opinion. I like there to be reasons behind artwork. Some people like artwork that they can just sort of be present with, you know, so maybe they don't want to think too hard. But for me, I'm kind of a person that likes to think through their art. So here's just a selection of some of the work that you can see. As you can see, our place is absolutely packed with artwork. Absolutely packed. So I'm going to take us down by Sharon. Sharon is a printmaker who's currently got a 6-month exhibition at the Dye Museum in the famous Bradford College of Art, which I think is where Hockney did his undergraduate, I think. So she's got a 6-month exhibition over at that gallery. And is one of our at site one of our expert printmakers, and she creates some beautiful work. This is of Knaresborough. That's Knaresborough Centre, and here are some of her artist books that you might want to check out if you come to visit. But if you're interested in finding out, she's very prolific. I can't say the word today. She does a lot online. And if you want to check it out, she's got blogs and all sorts, but www.sharon.com is the place to visit if you are engaged by this style of printmaking, which I definitely am. So we're going to move on quickly outside, I think, because I want to take advantage of the music that we're listening to whilst we hear this. So we're on live broadcast now. Live broadcasting the music. There's a nice little buzz around the centre. Ollie's kicking a football. We've got some gentlemen out here who are doing what I will be doing in about 20 minutes. Hello, sir.
Hello.
You're with Poppy today?
I am.
And we've been looking at Poppy's artwork earlier, which was fantastic. And this is Rufus before he escapes. He's going to do a soundman job. What have you been listening to so far this morning out here? What's going on out here?
This lad out here has played 2 songs so far. He played Morning Glory by Oasis, and then he's just played The Chain by Fleetwood Mac, which is very
I like a bit of
very
Fleetwood
impressive
Mac.
Actually, because
that's the famous bass line on The Chain, isn't it?
Yeah, he was playing the rhythm guitar and the bass line at the same time, which is very impressive. So Yeah, it was quite nice to sit here at Henshaw's in the sun watching him perform.
Lovely. So what we're trying to do is make sure that if you come along today, if you're sitting out having a cup of coffee, it's nice to have a little bit of live music going on. And it's just providing a really nice feel in the centre. So this is our centre. Thank you, sir. And I'm just going to go over this way.
If I could, maybe I'd give you my word. But how can I, when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way and go your own way. Tell me why everything turned around. Backing up, shacking up's all you wanna do. If I could, maybe I'd give you my word. Open up, everything's waiting for you. You can go your own way, and go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way, and go your own way. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it.
So last but not least, the man with the scran, Mr. Phil Bradley. You're going to end our live broadcast.
Would you like to look at my scram bag?
Oh, what's in your scran? Oh, look at that.
Some goodies to be had.
That
in
is
Knaresborough.
hungry work, guys.
Supplemented with the tea, coffee and buns from
Oh,
inside.
did you get to Thomas the Baker's? Yeah, I think you might have. That looks like the best baker in town, I think. So what do you do, Phil?
Well, come down to the show. I'm the basket maker, willow man, kitchenalia, greenwood furniture, that kind of
We've
stuff.
had a look at your lovely limpet shells earlier
Oh,
as
limpet
well.
lights,
Yeah,
nice.
your limpet lights. Your limpet. I've been calling them limpet shells. Limpet lights. And you get your limpet shells from a very specific beach, don't you?
Well, business trips up to Scotland.
Business trips up to Scotland. We won't reveal the beach, but business trips up to Scotland. So we saw that, and it's Greenwood furniture you make as well.
Cleft oak. So
Cleft
it's
oak.
not been through woodworking machine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
split by axe
Yeah.
and wedge in quite a traditional manner. So the furniture's got lovely, well, sculpted lines to it rather than straight lines.
Yeah, and I love that you've got these just beautiful legs that are just the right size. Thank you. Look at that. That are just the right size. It's happening all today, isn't it? Just the right size, not too thick. They're just perfect for the weight that they carry. Elegant legs.
And hand shaved.
Well
by myself.
balanced. So yeah, this is. Oh, as I nearly dropped the phone at the end of the live broadcast. This has been our first live broadcast from Northartcraft this weekend. We'll do another one, I think, tomorrow.
And this here, I don't know if it's too modest to probably have told you. This is the lovely Douglas Thompson.
Thank you. I am the lovely Douglas Thompson.
Who does the most fantastic paper cuts.
I do.
So I don't know if he's shown you his work.
I have. I've done a little bit. Yeah. We've done a little bit.
There should have been more.
There should
You
have
need
been
to get
done.
down here and
We'll hand
see
the
what
camera over
Douglas
to
does.
film. We'll hand the camera over to Phil tomorrow, and you can have a little look at our
okay.
stuff when we do the live broadcast.
Get yourselves down here anyway. Take a look at us for real.
And what's your Instagram handle?
In my name, Phil Bradley, basket maker, easy to find.
Phil Bradley, basket maker, a very talented maker and artist. Thank you very much. So we're going to go right back out to the main entrance. Thank you so much. We've got some artists out here on the corner. Hello, hello, hello. No, I'm not going to film you. And then here we are, our free car park at Knaresborough. If you're coming down today, come down to the Arts and Crafts Centre, to our art market, to buy some beautiful pieces. The entry is £3 and everything goes to charity. If you're interested, I will end where we began, at the sign outside. Here we go. It is the Henshaws Arts and Crafts Market, open today. If you're interested in finding out any more information about it, go to northartcraft.com. 11 AM to 3 PM. It's open tomorrow as well. And thank you very much. Henshaws Arts and Crafts Centre in Knaresborough, Bond End. Goodbye.